Welcome dear students. Let us continue with our standard 10 geometry, chapter 6, trigonometry, module 4. Now let us see the objectives of this video. First we are going to see the problem set 6. Next is the application of trigonometry. We are going to see the terms that are related to the application of trigonometry. First is line of vision. Second is the angle of elevation. Third is the angle of depression. And next we are going to see the solved example. Let us recall the formulas that we have seen in our previous videos. So first is trigonometric ratios. Cot theta is equal to adjacent side upon opposite side. Cosec theta is equal to hypotenuse upon opposite side. Sec theta is equal to hypotenuse upon adjacent side. Relation between the trigonometric ratios. Cosec theta multiplied by sin theta is equal to 1. Sec theta multiplied by cos theta is equal to 1. Cot theta multiplied by tan theta is equal to 1. Cot theta is equal to cos theta upon sin theta. Next are the trigonometric identities. Sin square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1. 1 plus cot square theta is equal to cosec square theta. 1 plus tan square theta is equal to sec square theta. Now let us start with the problem set 6. Question number 1. Choose the correct alternative answer for the following. First, sin theta into cosec theta is equal to question mark. So what is sin theta into cosec theta? Options are A 1, B 0, C 1 upon 2 and D root 2. So the correct option is option A 1. Second, cosec 45 degree is equal to what? Options are A 1 upon root 2, B root 2, C root 3 upon 2 and D 2 upon root 3. Correct option is root 2. Third, 1 plus tan square theta is equal to question mark. Options are A cot square theta, B cosec square theta, C sec square theta, D tan square theta. So the correct option is option C, sec square theta. Now let us continue with the problem set 6. Question number 2. Sin theta is equal to 11 upon 61. Find the values of cos theta using trigonometric identity. Now here, in order to find the value of cos theta, we have seen the two methods, but we are going to use the method 1 because they have mentioned here by using trigonometric identity. So by using method 1, we can use trigonometric identities to solve the problem. So solution, method 1. We know that sin square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1. So let us substitute the value of sin theta here and rearranging the equation we get. Therefore cos square theta plus 11 upon 61 square is equal to 1. So therefore cos square theta is equal to 1 minus 11 upon 61 the whole square. Therefore cos square theta is equal to 61 square minus 11 square upon 61 square. This is by cross multiplying it we will get the value. So therefore cos square theta is equal to, now 61 square minus 11 square is like a square minus b square. So the formula of a square minus b square is a plus b multiplied by a minus b. So therefore we get 61 minus 11 in one bracket multiplied by 61 plus 11 in second bracket upon the whole 61 square. It is written as it is. Now by solving it further we get therefore cos square theta is equal to 50. 61 minus 11 is 50 and 61 plus 11 is 72. So 50 multiplied by 72 upon 61 square. Therefore, cos square theta is 3600 upon 61 square. Now this 3600 is the square of 60. So I have written it as cos square theta is equal to 60 square upon 61 square. Now by taking square root on both the sides of this equation, we get therefore cos theta is equal to 60 upon 61. So the value of cos theta using the trigonometric identity is cos theta is equal to 60 upon 61. Now let us see the third question. Tan theta is equal to 2. Find the values of other trigonometric ratios. So they have given one trigonometric ratio, that is tan theta, which is equal to 2. We are going to find the values of remaining trigonometric ratios. Now we will do this question by method 2 because it will be easier to do by method 2. So by method 2, by doing it by method 2, we need to draw a right angle triangle first. So let us draw a right angle triangle and name it as ABC, where angle C is theta. Okay, now we know that tan theta is 2, which is already given in the question. So this 2 can be written as 2 upon 1. Okay, but we know that the ratio of tan theta is opposite upon adjacent. So the opposite side of this triangle or this angle C is AB and adjacent side is BC. So therefore the tan theta ratio is AB upon BC. Now let us consider AB is equal to 2K and BC is equal to 1K. Let us consider AC is equal to X. So therefore in a right angle triangle ABC, angle B is equal to 90 degree. Now we need to find the value of AC, that is we need to find the value of X. So in order to find the value of X, we are going to use Pythagoras theorem here because it is a right angle triangle. So therefore from using Pythagoras theorem, we get AB square plus BC square is equal to AC square. So therefore 2K square plus 2K square plus 1K square is equal to AC square. Now 2K square is 4K square plus 1K square is 1K square. So 4K square plus 1K square is 5K square is equal to AC square. Now by taking square root on both the sides, we get AC is equal to square root of 5 upon K. So therefore we got the value of AC, or the value of third side, that is root 5 into K. Now we can find the remaining trigonometric ratios. So let us start. First let us begin with sine ratio. Now sine theta is opposite upon hypotenuse. So opposite side of theta is AB and hypotenuse side is AC. So which is equal to AB is what? 2K and AC is root 5 into K. Now K and K in the numerator and denominator will get cancelled and we get 2 upon root 5. So therefore sine theta is 2 upon root 5. Next is cos theta. Now cos theta is adjacent upon hypotenuse. So the adjacent side of theta is BC and hypotenuse side is AC. BC is 1K and AC is equal to root 5K. So again K and K in the numerator and denominator will get cancelled and we get answer as 1 upon root 5. So therefore cos theta is equal to 1 upon root 5. Now next is tan, but the value of tan theta is already given in the question. So we need not to find it. We will find it the next value, that is sec theta. Now sec theta is multiplicative inverse of cos theta, which is equal to hypotenuse upon adjacent. Now hypotenuse side is AC and the adjacent side of angle theta is BC. So the value of AC is root 5K and the value of BC is 1K. Now again K and K in the numerator and denominator will get cancelled and we get root 5 upon 1, that is equal to root 5. Now next is the cosec theta. Cosec theta is the multiplicative inverse of sine theta, so which is equal to hypotenuse upon opposite. Now hypotenuse side of cosec theta is AC and opposite side is AB. Value of AC is root 5K and the value of AB is 2K. So again K and K in the numerator and denominator will get cancelled and we get root 5 upon 2. So therefore the value of cosec theta is root 5 upon 2. Now the last trigonometric ratio is cot theta. So cot theta is adjacent upon opposite. which is equal to BC upon AB. Now BC is 1K and AB is 2K. So again K and K in the numerator and denominator will get cancelled and we get cot theta is equal to 1 upon 2. Now let us see the fourth question of our problem set. So sec theta is equal to 13 upon 12. Find the value of other trigonometric ratios. Now this sum is also to be done by the same method, that is method 2. So let us start with the method 2. So in order to do it with the method 2, we need to draw a right angle triangle and name it as A, B and C, where angle C is considered as theta. So we know that sec theta is given already in the question, that is 13 upon 12. But we know that sec theta is hypotenuse upon adjacent. So hypotenuse side is AC and the adjacent side here of theta is BC. So therefore, let us consider AC is equal to 13K and BC is equal to 12K. Now BA is equal to X because we don't know the value of BA. So let us consider the value of BA or AB as X. So we need to find the value of AB first. So in order to find the value of AB, we are going to use again Pythagoras theorem because it is a right angle triangle where angle B is 90 degree. So by using Pythagoras theorem, we get AB square plus BC square is equal to AC square. Now AB square is x square plus BC square, that is 12K square, is equal to 13K square. Now by rearranging it, we get x square is equal to 13K square minus 12K square. Therefore, x square is equal to 13K square is 169K square minus 12K square is 144K square. So now by subtracting it, we get, therefore x square is equal to 169 minus 144 is 25K square. Now by taking square root of on both the sides, we get the value of x is equal to 5K. So therefore the value of x or the value of side AB or BA is 5K. Now we got the third side. We will find out the remaining trigonometric ratios by this third side. So let us begin. Now we know that sine theta is again opposite upon hypotenuse. So the opposite side is AB and the hypotenuse side is AC. So which is equal to 5K upon 13K. Now K and K in the numerator and denominator will get cancelled and we get the ratio of sine theta is equal to 5 upon 13. Now next is cos theta. Cos theta is adjacent upon hypotenuse, which is equal to BC upon AC. Now BC is 12K and AC is 13K. Again K and K in the numerator and denominator will get cancelled and we get answer as 12 upon 13. Now next is tan theta. Tan theta is opposite upon adjacent. Opposite side of this angle theta is AB and adjacent side is BC. So which is equal to 5K upon 12K. Now again K and K in the numerator and denominator will get cancelled and we are left with 5 upon 12. So the value of tan theta is equal to 5 upon 12. Now the next trigonometric ratio is cosec theta. Now cosec theta is the multiplicative inverse of sine theta, which is equal to hypotenuse upon opposite. So the hypotenuse side here is AC and the opposite side here is AB. So which is equal to 13K upon 5K. Now again K and K in the numerator and denominator will get cancelled and we get the ratio of cosec theta is equal to 13 upon 5. Now we already have sec ratio, so there is not any need to find the ratio of sec theta. We are going to find the ratio of cot theta, which is the last trigonometric ratio. So cot theta is 1 upon tan theta, which is equal to adjacent upon opposite. Adjacent side of this theta is BC and the opposite side here is AB. So the value of BC is 12K and the value of AB is 5K. Now again in the numerator and denominator K and K will get cancelled and we get cot theta is equal to 12 upon 5. So I hope you all have understood these problems from the problem set. Now let us study the applications of trigonometry. Many times we need to know the height of a tower, building, trees, or a distance of a ship from a lighthouse, or a width of a river, etc. We cannot measure them actually, but we can find them with the help of trigonometric ratios. For the purpose of computation, we draw a rough sketch to show the given information. Now trees, hills or towers are vertical objects, so we should represent them in a figure by segments which are perpendicular to the ground. Now let us see the few related terms. So suppose there is a person, he is standing on the front of a tall building, okay. So from the sight of an observer until the object is called as line of a vision, okay. So from the sight of an observer till a object, the line is called as line of a vision. If suppose there is an object located at B, okay, so from A till B, the straight line which goes is called as line of vision. If an observer is standing at location A looking at an object B, then the line AB is called as line of vision. Okay, now in the next picture you can see that there is a person standing in front of a tall building. Even if the object is located somewhere else, but still from the sight of an observer, the straight line that goes or the horizontal line that goes is called as the horizontal line of vision or the horizontal line. Next, if a person is standing in front of a tall building and the horizontal line is this, if there is an object which is situated above the building, there is an object which is situated above the building, so the person, when he looks at that object, that line that forms from the sight of an observer till that object is called as line of vision. Now there is an angle which forms between line of vision and horizontal line. That angle is called as angle of elevation. So basically angle of elevation is formed when an observer is looking above the horizontal line. Let us see the definition of angle of elevation. If an observer at A observes the point at B, which is at a level higher than A, and AM is a horizontal line, then angle BAM is called as angle of elevation. Suppose a person is standing on the top of a building, then what will happen? First of all, this will be the horizontal line, the line that forms, that goes from the sight of an observer. The line that goes straight is a horizontal line. But when there is an object which is situated on the ground, if a person is looking at an object which is situated down, then from the sight of an observer till that object, that line is called as line of vision. But now when a person is looking down, the angle that forms between horizontal line and line of vision is called as angle of depression. So angle of depression is the angle that forms when an observer is looking below the horizontal line. Now let us see the definition of angle of depression. If the observer at A observes the point C, which is at a level lower than A, and AM is a horizontal line, then angle MAC is called as angle of depression. So therefore the difference between angle of elevation and angle of depression is that when an observer is looking above the horizontal line, then that angle which forms is called as angle of elevation, and when the observer is looking below the horizontal line, then the angle that forms between the horizontal line and line of vision is called as angle of depression. Now let us see the problems based on applications of trigonometry. Now let us see the solved example. An observer at a distance of 10 meters from a tree looks at the top of a tree. The angle of elevation is 60 degree. What is the height of a tree? Okay, now let us try to understand the question first. There is an observer. Okay, he is standing 10 meters away from the tree and he is looking at the top of the tree. Okay, whenever a person is looking at the top of the tree, means he is looking above. That means the question is related to angle of elevation here. Okay, also they have given in the question that there is an angle of elevation that is 60 degree and they have asked us to find the height of a tree. Also they have given the value of root 3 is equal to 1.73. Now let us start with the solution. Let us consider AB as the height of a tree. Let AB be the height of a tree. CB is equal to 10 meters distance of the observer from the tree. So this is CB, which is 10 meters. So let us join A and C. Now we get angle C as 60 degree. Okay, which is given in the question. So angle BCA is equal to 60 degree, which is angle of elevation theta. Now let us begin with the solution. Now we know that tan theta is equal to AB upon CB. Okay, so let it be equation 1. Now we want to find the value of AB, that is height. We want to find the value of height, that is AB, and they have given the value of CB. Okay, so we want to find the value of AB and they have given the value of CB. So which trigonometric ratio is related to AB and CB, that we are going to see. Now the trigonometric ratio that is related to AB and CB is tan theta. What is AB? AB is opposite side of theta and CB is adjacent side. So the trigonometric ratio tan theta is opposite side upon adjacent side. So we are going to use here tan theta. So now tan theta is AB upon CB. So let us give it as equation 1. But we know that angle of elevation is theta. So the value of theta is 60 degree. That is tan 60 degree. We know the value of tan 60 degree as root 3. So let it be equation number 2. Now by comparing equation 1 and equation 2, we get AB upon CB is equal to root 3. Where did we get this from? From comparing equation 1 and equation 2. Now by rearranging it, therefore we get AB is equal to CB into root 3. The value of CB is what? 10 into root 3. So therefore the value AB is equal to 10 into root 3. Now let us substitute the value of root 3 here. We get therefore AB is equal to 10 into 1.73, which is equal to 17.3 meters. So therefore we got the height of a tree, that is AB is equal to 17.3 meters. So have you all understood the solved example? I hope you all have understood it. So I hope you all have understood today's video. The next sums we will be solving in our next lecture. Thank you.